days. It's not really a long time though when you think about it. 7 days is not that long, but it's long for a person like myself who usually makes frequent live videos, frequent being like 2 to 3 times a week or whenever my spirit leads me to. So I decided to come back and revisit you guys and end my social media fast today. 7 days. It feels great though, I must say. It feels so great. It feels great. I have some things I want to talk to you guys about in this video. Spiritual recharging. We are spiritually recharging today. Well, I've been spiritually recharging, but we're going to talk about spiritual recharge and how I have recharged spiritually over the past days. Granted, spiritual recharging is something I do on a regular basis though. I love these incense, by the way. These are so bomb. So I do have some things I want to show you guys as we talk about spiritual recharging. How are you guys doing, by the way? I gotta get dressed. This is not what I'm wearing. This is part of what I'm wearing today, but this is not fully what I'm wearing. By the way, you guys, I stumbled across some burdock root. This is burdock root tea that I made. Delicious. This is the actual burdock root here that I got. It says it's an aphrodisiac. I'm sweating because it's warm in my place and I got on my AC. Though it's cold outside, you guys. And I just went live. Well, I didn't go live. I made a video though that I didn't post until like yesterday, I think, about how we just had our first day of snow on November 29th. Yes, but this is it right here. I got it from this place called Duels. So delicious, you guys. Anti-inflammatory remedy, antioxidants, protect the liver from toxic chemicals. It I heard that it detoxes like your bloodstream, so if there are any like bad toxins in your bloodstream, that's what it's good for. But apparently it's good for your skin too. I made this is my second round. I have like a bigger mason jar that I made a batch of burdock tea. This is a second batch. From the first batch, it's funny because I was out yesterday on my way home and there was this beautiful black woman approaching me as I was approaching my place. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you have amazing skin." I'm like, well, is it the burdock? Perhaps it's the burdock. I don't know. Would it take effect that quickly? We don't know. I have been I have been having so much fun over these past 7 days, just fine-tuning, you guys, fine-tuning myself. So let me show you guys what I got that I'm going to wear today. This beautiful Malian mudcloth skirt. Now, this is actually part of this spiritual recharging, you guys, because, okay, 7 days ago, the day before Thanksgiving, I felt something. I felt something deep within my spirit telling me, unplug. Just unplug. And I'm like, okay. That's the thing about me and other deeply spiritual people. Like, when the universe speaks to us, we listen. And it may seem kind of odd, like, wow, they're doing things sporadically. It's not, I guess on the outside, from the outside looking in, it appears to be very sporadic. But no, it's not sporadic. It's actually divine timing. Okay, guys, I I live in New York City, so you're probably going to occasionally hear some sirens in the background. But it's really divine timing, divine alignment, yo. And so that's how I move. That's how I respond. So leading up to that point, right, which was, okay, Thanksgiving was what, last Thursday? By the way, I had tried Amy Ruth's for the first time. They're located in Harlem, and they were great. And they gave me some banana pudding on the house, you guys. I was like, but yeah, I had really good. I spent Thanksgiving to myself somewhat. Didn't really go as I had envisioned it would go, right? Because I kind of planned to spend it with a person, another spiritual being, but we decided to hold off on that, and I'm glad that we did. So I was spending like Thanksgiving by myself. Had some great Amy Ruth's. I actually was going to order delivery from a different restaurant, and they were bullshitting. So I ended up just catching the train to get some Amy Ruth's. But okay, so leading up to this break that I took from social media, which I took it the day before Thanksgiving, two guy friends that I have. One, both of them are social media influencers, but one actually has a massive following, right? And he said to me, to me when we kind of first met, right? He's like, oh, I can show you how to grow your YouTube channel. You want me to show you how to grow your YouTube channel, right? And I'm just like, I know how to. If you're talking about getting a bunch of people to watch my videos, to follow me, that's not why I'm here. See, this is the thing. People, I mean, there are different types of people out there, right? Put this right here. But I am not that type of vlogger. Granted, I love making vlogs. Oh, I'm supposed to be trying this on, right? I'm going to get to this, because this is a whole separate story. That's just all this is connected, okay? But I am just a different kind of person. Like, some people, of course, I get it. You're driven by money, right? So they make content for views. The views translates into dollars. Now, granted, my YouTube channel is monetized. I'm a YouTube partner. I've been a YouTube partner for a while now. And yes, YouTube does, or Google, shall I say, does send me checks. But that's not why I'm doing it. I feel like people lose sight. And I don't want to be that person that loses sight of why I am here in the first place. I'm not here for that. So I get very turned off. I get very icky. Like when people like try to approach me as if like I'm some product to be sold. But anyway, I get it. I get it from a marketing sense. I get it from a business sense. Because yes, I'm a business owner, right? I have a whole business. I have a whole nonprofit literary organization. So I know about business. Anybody knows about business is me. Like, I know about business, but I'm just like, I'm not here for that. And I don't like that energy. And I'm glad that I recognize that about myself, yo. Because if we're not careful as spiritual beings, yo, we'll get sucked up into this whole matrix. And we can be in the world, but we don't have to be of it. And I'm of that belief and action that, no. I'm glad I don't need the money. Some people desperately need the money. So they make content, like the way that their channel is set up, right? Their platform is driven by their need for money. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not in that space where I need money like that. I am good, and I can use this platform just as a way to express myself and to connect with like-minded individuals. That's why I'm here. And the checks are just a bonus, but I want to do it for the money, because you begin to lose your authenticity. And like I said, going back to the energy. So he's one, and there's another one. His following is even smaller than mine. He's trying to tell me, oh, I can tell you how to grow your channel and get more. Like, yo, your shit don't even have as many fucking views as my shit, okay? Granted, I have a lot of different views, a lot of different videos that have gotten a lot of views, right? I know how to fucking make viral videos. And in fact, it reminds me of a video that I made about the dream I had about my dad, right? And it was kind of sexual in nature. I'm not going to go in detail about that. But yo, that fucking video went, yo, it amassed like over 100K views overnight. So you can't tell me how to fucking get a lot of views. I think I know how to fucking get a lot of views, right? I just choose not to. I choose not to compromise, to sacrifice who I am and the message I want to portray to the world and how I want to interact and connect with people. I choose not to sacrifice that. I love the space that I'm in. Like I've said this over and over again, I love that I have a very small, intimate following here. I am okay with that because it really concerns me. What will really unnerve me is I go live, right, one day, and all of a sudden there are like thousands of people watching. It would make me question, like, what the fuck am I getting into? What the fuck am I doing? I am doing something wrong if there are a lot of people, thousands of people on my live video. So the fact that my videos attract a small audience, I feel very safe. And I feel like I'm doing everything right. I've had videos like that though, where I've gone live and there were a significant number of people watching, and I'm just like, okay, a lot of those are trolls. I will look at the people in that live, that video, I will look at that as, who the fuck are these demons? These are demons watching me. That's how I would see it, you guys. So, yeah, that's my spill on this whole, like, this energy, like, this, there are people, and I get it, right? I attract successful people. I attract people who are go-getters, money makers, you know. I attract those kind of people, but also within those people, sometimes they're not really spiritually grounded. Like, we're all on our spiritual journey, right? We're all on our spiritual path. And it's like, I feel like I'm a bit deeper than that. And it reminds me of this live video I was on. This woman, everybody is a spiritual fucking guru nowadays, right, on Instagram. So she has a significant number of people watching her, right? I think it was maybe like 200 to 300 people on her live. And there was this woman that called in, and she's seeking guidance. She's seeking guidance. Visibly, you can tell she's distraught. She looked like she smoked marijuana to cope with her life, stress, struggles, which I don't recommend that. It's not good. I don't smoke. Some people think I smoke because I have locks. And I'm like, just because a person has locks doesn't mean that they fucking smoke. But I do not smoke. And she was looking for guidance, and she asked the question, oh, how can I, like, get in tune spiritually? Right? She was like, I live in this environment where I really can't, like, pick up and leave. I can't go, but my environment is very toxic. And clearly is impacting her, negatively impacting her. You can see it visibly all over her fucking demeanor, y'all. And she's asking this Instagram guru on advice. How can she become more spiritually grounded? And so she asked, she's like, oh, you have any crystals you recommend? Yo, somebody said it the other day. We live in some interesting fucking times. Like, what better time to live than the present time that we live in today, yo? It is, yo, we are on the cusp of so many different shifts that are happening at simultaneously right now, like in our universe, in our world, right? So to be alive and to witness this, to see this, yo, it is amazing, right? That there's a whole movement of people who believe that there's power in crystals. But anyway, I think it's a contradiction, because the power that we are seeking from the outside is really within us. That's the issue. We think that someone else holds the power, or something else holds the power. And though it could enhance, I think, our spiritual journey, right? It can enhance what we feel on a physiological level, on a deep spiritual level. Let's say when we burn incense, or people use crystals. Like, I don't do the crystal thing, right? People use all these different external things, physical things, mushrooms. I see even there's this one spiritual teacher people are following, and granted, I used to follow him, but I'm kind of unplugging from that he recently tried shrooms, and now he's on this whole fucking thing about love. It's like, yo, nah, some of this is not it's not spirituality. You have to be your eyes have to be open. You have to have spiritual discernment to know. Because some of y'all is just blindly following different people, different movements, and different waves, and you're not really in tune. You're not in tune. The best way is to really just dig deep within yourself. That's where it is. The wellspring of life is within you. It's within yourself. It's not on the outside. This is the reason why I'm so glad that not too many people watch my live videos, because there's some troll commenting asking me, am I into domination, when the video isn't even not about that. So it's just like, there's a huge disconnect, clearly. A huge disconnect. Which is a good thing. Because I think it takes a certain type of person and energy and vibration to connect with a woman like myself. I'm definitely on a different vibration. But watching that exchange on that video, I was just like, I felt kind of bad for her. And not for her, just for her, but for other people who are desperately seeking to be filled, to be spiritually awakened, because they're empty on the inside. And they see these Instagram gurus with crystals and all of these gadgets that they're wearing, and you somehow think that it's what they're wearing, or the crystals is what's giving them the power. And it's just like, it brought me to say this. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle. Spiritual awakening is a lifestyle. It's a journey. It's not something that necessarily happens overnight within a person. To reach the level, because there's levels to spirituality, right? To reach the level where you feel at peace within, right? You feel at a state of equilibrium. That takes time. There are events that may occur in your life spontaneously, so to speak, that may seem to just happen out of the blue or overnight. So the trigger to that deeper spiritual awakening may just happen like that in a blink of an eye. But it's a process. And so when I see videos where a person is calling in on an Instagram live, desperately seeking, how do those how-to questions. Okay, see, I'm just about to block. Just low vibrational block. There we go. Yeah, it's just like, I don't like that. And they come on my video again and asking the same question. So, realizing that, okay, I like to make videos. I'm obviously here for a reason. But when you, and no one is immune to this, right? No matter how spiritually woke you are, I think we all kind of fall victim to this. You get so wrapped up into it, especially when you make content, that you attach your value to it, in a sense, right? That's a big mistake. You attach your self-worth not only to social media, because people attach their self-worth, their value to many different things that lie outside of them, right? But we're talking about me unplugging from social media, and now I am obviously reconnecting with you guys. And you attach your value to it, so that, oh, it's about getting views, it's about getting likes, and if you don't have views or likes, then you somehow feel like your value is decreasing, your self-worth is decreasing. And it's just like, no. But that's a level of subconscious programming that is taking place on social media. Many years ago, when Facebook first came out, right, alongside when I was writing my autobiography, I wrote a book called The Power of Facebook. Granted, I have not released it yet, right? But it's funny how I predicted this. Like, I saw the direction in which Facebook was going when it first got released, when it first came out. And there's a chapter in The Power of Facebook that I wrote called The Like Button. The psychology of it. There's a whole psychology to the like button. And this was when the like button was only one reaction. Now we have how many different? 7, 8. You have the like button, which is blue. You have the heart. You have the laughing face. You have the surprise face. You have the angry face, the tear. So many different reactions, right? But there's so much power in that. I mean, most of you guys watching this make content, right? Even if you're not doing it, let's say, for money, right? Or for financial gain. Most people make content, whether you share photos with your close network of family and friends, you know, you post videos, you have content that you put out there. And think about how your emotional state changes when you make a post and then you check back 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, an hour later. How much time has to elapse before you come and check back to see what is the response from the public, right? Or your family and friends on the post that you just created. And then you see what the response is, right? And it can vary. We know this, right? For those who really study the analytics and the algorithm of these platforms, which I've done extensively because I've been on here extensively, right? It's funny, when I first stepped on social media, it was, we all kind of started with MySpace, right? Or some of us actually started with Black Planet. We go way back to fucking MySpace, right? Black Planet, AOL chat rooms, okay? Some of us are really fucking old school gangsters at this goddamn social media shit, right? But it's funny because I was at Florida State, and I remember I used to do hair. I used to have a whole client population of people's hair I would braid. And I had one client, she was a accounting student. And she begged me to come on Facebook. She was begging me. She was like, come on, please, you got to switch over. You got to make the switch from MySpace to Facebook. You have to. I'm just like, why? So when I finally did it, because I was really repulsed at first. I was like, nah, not my thing. I don't want to. I'm very comfortable with MySpace. MySpace does the job, right? I don't need to switch over to Facebook. But she just kept saying, you need to, you got to, just give it a try. And I did it. And I was like, damn, this shit is so complicated. It's a whole world. We're talking about the metaverse now, not even realizing that we've already been primed for the metaverse. So for you guys who are very resistant to this idea of a metaverse, we're already in it. You're already participating in it without your permission. Well, it's kind of with your permission, right? Anything that, I mean, you're here. As long as you're breathing, you're participating, right? Whether you want to or not. But you're already part of the metaverse. And it's funny, when I first stepped onto Facebook, I'm like, damn, this is a whole different universe in and of itself. It just blew my fucking mind, right? But going back to those reactions, it's just amazing to see how we are so attached to that. We're attached to the reaction. And of course, they sold us on the idea of, oh, we're making the world more connected, right? You're more connected to your family and friends. So that's like the rationale for being plugged in to these platforms here, right? You get to be more connected, right? It's more convenient. You have all these tools that you get to use, right? But what is it doing to you on a psychological, emotional, and spiritual level? On a metaphysical level? What is it doing to you? Is it changing your biology? I think so, honestly. Is it rewiring those connections in your brain, forming new connections? Neural connections? Of course. Because a lot of people are addicted to it. And I talk about that in the chapter of my book, The Power of Facebook. How, it's an addiction. It's a drug. Facebook and social media in itself, it's a drug. And many people say, oh, now I'm not addicted to social media. I'm not addicted to it. Yes, you are. Many of us are. If not all of us are. And so, I'm not the only one who has decided to unplug from social media. There are a lot of us doing it for different reasons. It's just, we're in the space and time where there's a shift that is happening. And if you're not careful, you're going to be sucked up. We see, your eyes are open and you see what the fuck is happening. You got to kind of zoom out when you pull out. And you can see it when you're in it too, right? Because that's what happened to me the other day. I'm like, okay. And it's not that it's the first time that boom. I see what the fuck is going on here with social media. I've had these kind of nudgings, these spiritual nudgings happen to me very often, right? Periodically, being on social media, just saying, hey, lay off of it a little bit, lay off, you know? And it's so refreshing. Oh my gosh, I feel so cleansed, so free. It's just like, people talk about getting in Facebook jail. And that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother psychological trapping. This idea that when you're not able to post on social media, you feel like you're in prison. Wow. They have arrested your mind so much to the point where being on social media, you feel free. That's some programming right there. Being on social media, this metaverse, and it didn't just happen, right? I know they just did the release of this whole meta platform, metaverse, but no, we've been in the fucking metaverse, y'all. Hello, we've been in this shit, right? But the fact that you're not able to live and operate and engage and interact and participate in the metaverse, this false space and time on these platforms, you look at it as being put in jail because you're not able to post. Maybe you shared something that went against the community guidelines, which they change day to day. They can change the fucking community guidelines to suit however they want to suit it, right? Because all this shit is built into an algorithm. And they know trends. They know patterns and ways in which people communicate and words that people use based on their culture. And have you noticed that is our culture that they choose to demonize and say, oh, you're violating community guidelines, when really you're just being an adult, okay? You're expressing yourself. But notice this urban culture, because the things that go against the community guideline are pretty much consistent with urban culture. But isn't that amazing? People feel like they're in jail, when really the true freedom, which I felt when I did not feel obliged to make a live video, to update people. You try to make excuses for it, say, oh, we're connecting, we're engaging, we're really, you know, we have been rewired. Our whole biological genetic makeup has been rewired with this introduction, this advent of social media. Our biology is not the same. They've done studies on this with little children, as it relates to learning. They don't even learn the same anymore because of these devices that they're on, these fucking pads that they've been kind of given, right? But anyway, let me just go ahead and put on the skirt here. All right. I got this. Oh, this skirt I feel like is important. It's part of this spiritual recharging. I got this skirt yesterday, by the way, and I went to Brooklyn, and what drew me to Brooklyn, granted I live in Upper East Side Manhattan. I go to Brooklyn periodically, but what really drew me to Brooklyn was I was on a live Ancient Blends Apothecary, right? And I was on her live a couple days ago. Very beautiful woman. And I was going to go visit. I was going to just go visit her store. But I went there, and before I got there, right, because it's on Tompkins Avenue. Before I got there, I came across this place called, I have it here, called Make Manifest BK, and it's just like, oh my gosh, because I was outside. It's funny. It's just, the universe is a fucking amazing. That's all I can say, right? How I stopped there, I think I was gonna stop there anyway. Maybe I wouldn't have stopped there though. Maybe I fucking wouldn't have, because my mom, I love the way it fits. I did try it on in the store though, but this is my first Molly Mudcloth skirt. I love it. But it's funny how I kind of stumbled across this place, because I got a call from my mom as I was walking down Tompkins, right, Avenue. She was just calling to check in on me, and she had let me know that there was a transition in our family. And I was just talking to her. You got to pause for a minute when you're on the phone, right? And I'm pausing, but where I paused, I was in front of the store. Well, in front of another store that was close to this store here, right next to it, right before you get to this store. And I'm like, I have to pause here because I want to go into these stores. I want to check these places out, because they have tables set up on the outside of their product. And so I'm on the phone though, so I don't want to be distracted. So I'm on the phone talking to my mom for a half hour. And yesterday it was chilly. It's been chilly out here. Granted, I told you guys it snowed on the 29th. Today is December 1st. It snowed on November 29th, first day of snow. And it snowed yesterday when I was out there in Brooklyn. I was walking, and I got a call from my mom, and she's like, oh, how was the weather? I'm like, actually, it just stopped snowing. I got off the train. Now, it was snowing. And yo, I got the phone from my mom. I went in the store and I'm just like, the energy of the guy there. Now, the guy I met that was working there, he is a tailor. He said he was born in Nigeria, but I love his energy. Yo, look at this. I love it. I'm like, but I was trying to decide. It's funny though, because I didn't get this first. So what I got first was, what I actually picked up first was these. This is what I picked up first. I love these. So this is my very first Ghanaian mask, you guys. These were made in Ghana. Boom. Can you see? Made in, I know it's reversed, but made in Ghana. And so, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I got my very first African mask. These were only $20. So the symbol, this stands for Supremacy of God, and this is the Sankofa symbol, meaning return and get it, which I talk about Sankofa in my dissertation, my doctoral dissertation. So I love these. Now I'm thinking about, my video be chopping up sometimes, I don't know, but I'm thinking about, where should I hang this? I think I'm gonna hang these over here, like one right here, and then one right, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, right by my foyer area. It's my foyer area in my place. So I think that's where I'm gonna put these. I love them. Which one do you guys like? I like both. Which one do you like? This one in my left hand, or this one, my right hand? Of course it's reversed because we're live. Everything is flipped in the live. This is my left, this is my right. Which one? I like both equally. So I'm going to hang these up after this video ends. But, so, the tailor, his name is Anthony. I love his energy. And, like I said, this skirt is significant, right? And this whole exchange that I had with him yesterday was very significant because he was asking, he was like, oh, you seem like a very interesting person. Of course, my energy is just very radiant. And he liked what I was wearing. And he's like, what's your social media? I'm like, oh, he asked me what's on Instagram. I'm like, well, I have a business page on Instagram, but my personal is Facebook. And I had explained to him how I'm on this hiatus from social media, specifically Facebook. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to return. Because at the time I took my hiatus the day before Thanksgiving. I seriously was like, I know it sounded like I was joking in that video where I was in darkness. But, yo, I was fucking dead ass serious. Like, I may not return until 2022. This time. A whole year. I may not return the whole motherfucking year, right? But something told me to come and to just peek in. And this is my way of peeking in and talking about this spiritual recharging, because it's so necessary to spiritually recharge. Because many people feel very disconnected and empty, and they need to be refilled. And they're wondering, how do I do that? And it's not that simple. It's not easy. It's no quick and easy answer. Some people say, oh, just go outside. Just ground yourself with the earth. I think it helps. Like just burning incense, that's my way of grounding. Speaking of which, that's my way of grounding, burning incense. But It's going to take more than burning incense and putting your feet on the soil, the ground, which we call it grounding, right? To refill this void. To fill this void that has been dug deep. For some of us, all the way back to when we were first born. That void has been there. And then it just continues to grow. And you know it grows deeper when you try to fill it with things that are null and void. Like social media, it's just vain. When you try to fill voids with things that are vain, and I don't think you can get any more vain than social media, to be honest. And I know people say, oh, it's how you use social media, it's only what you use it. Nah. They have designed this beast, this engine, in such a way, it don't matter how you fucking try to cut it and use it, it's fucking bad, okay? And you just gotta get back. It's bad because it's how it's designed. It's just like the way they have designed stores. They design it like a maze. You walk in, you find yourself buying shit that you did not intend on buying. Going into the store. But you find yourself on aisle 9 and aisle 12 and 15, and you're like, I just went in here for one thing, because it's how they designed the store. It's the same thing with social media. It's how it's designed. It's designed to and notice, like, you can just be thinking about a thing, not even have searched a certain keyword or keywords, just thinking, and it'll feed you ads, yo. You're just like, but I wasn't, what the fuck? So I went ahead and bought this skirt. It was only $60. I don't usually tell the price. It was only $60. And the brand is called Muddaland. Mudda. I love the way he spells it. M-U-D-D-A. Mudda. Okay? M-U-D-D-A. Mudda. Muddaland. His name is Anthony. He does have an IG. So I encourage you guys to go check him out. I just like when I come across designers, like black designers. So he's in the first. But he's a really great one. And I told him, as I was deciding on if I wanted to purchase this skirt, part of me knew I think I was already going to purchase it. But I think I had to be convinced. And what really convinced me is when I went and tried it on. But I'm like, if I buy this skirt, I am going to have to buy my knee-high boots. And you guys know that I was checking out those boots. I think they were Cole Haan boots. I didn't buy those boots, but I bought these boots yesterday. I'm going to put them on, and then I'm going to tell you guys where I got them from. Baby, y'all gonna be surprised where I got these boots from. Oh yeah. So yes, this is my outfit I'm wearing today. I'm actually getting dressed. I'm getting dressed live here. But is there such thing? I know they say like your feet stop growing. Granted, I'm 38 years old. I think my feet have grown, like, I'm pretty sure they've grown, because, or maybe it's just the brand, but I had to get, I think these are a 10, yo. I usually wear a 9, 9.5, but I do think my feet have grown, though, because I be walking around barefoot. I don't wear shoes in my place at all. But I'm trying these on. So, where y'all think I got these from? Where y'all think I got? So first of all, I like how they come above my knees. I love that. Where y'all think I got these from? Well, I'll tell you guys how much I paid for them. They were less than $100. They were less than $50. They were less. They were $34.99. That probably will tell you guys where I got these from. Yo, I got these from Rainbow, okay? I got these from Rainbow. I got this top from Rainbow as well. I'm going to put on this other top in a minute. And I actually just went and got these tights though. These leggings from my local CVS. I couldn't find any when I went shopping yesterday. And I went in several stores. I was in Rainbow. I actually was in Harlem Rainbow. I got these from Harlem. Listen, it's all about how you rock fashion, yo. I think I can make anything look good. But, yeah, Rainbow did not have the leggings that I wanted. So I ended up going to, the thing about Rainbow stuff, though, get your wear out of it. But they didn't have a Rainbow, so then I ended up going to, I think, Old Navy. I called Old Navy. I'm like, oh yeah, we have them. But they want $20 for. I'm not paying no $20 for no goddamn leggings, yo. We know leggings run cheap, okay? You don't pay no $20 for no freaking leggings. So, nah. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know CVS has them. $10, baby. $10 leggings. It's a skirt though. This is a skirt. $60 and it's really good material. Doesn't have pockets though. So, and also this shirt I got here. I got this shirt from Rainbow. It's funny because I went to go visit my family, right? In Florida back in October. September, and my sister was looking at my dress. She was like, oh, where you get this from? I had to think. I'm like, damn, where did I get that? Where did I get it from? And then it dawned on me like, oh, I thought I had to think about it. It's just like, because I'd be all over the place buying things. For me, it's not about the brand. I don't care about brands, right? Unless it's my own. Unless it's my own, or unless it's like some nice African brand like Motherland. But yeah, I'm not a brand person, or like, you know, like store brand. I don't care. If it has nice clothes, it has nice clothes. And yo, Rainbow be having some fire shit, yo, for real. So I got this top. Also, can we say Rainbow? Yes, honey. Yes. Yes, honey. I love this. Yes, I love this. Hold on. I love this. I'm looking in my mirror, trying not to knock over my... Oh, I love this shit. Oh, your girl's so sexy. Oh, damn. Damn, girl. Woo! Damn, you fucking fine as shit, girl. Damn, bitch. Woo! See, I know how to put shit together. I should wear this to work tomorrow, huh? By the way, so I started back seeing patients, shall I say, because I'm working in a hospital, actually. My first day as a psychologist, you guys. Postdoc. It's tomorrow, December 2nd. Oh, yes. All right. So, I had to pull out my Molly Mudcloth coat that I got. I got this last year around this same time. Very thick material. I had to pull this out because I gotta wear it with this. I'm wearing today. Feels like a lot, but it's not. It's perfect. These layers are perfect because guess what? New York, I think we have touched down to the 30s. So I got this coat here from the Malcolm Shabazz African Market in Harlem, New York. I got this last year around this time, and it was made just for me. The tailor made it just for me. At least that's the story that I've stuck with, because it was just sitting there. And I'm like, how can no one buy this? But no one bought it because it was made for me. Duh. So I bought it. I think I paid $180 for this. I'm like, yo, that is a fucking $180. Yo, this really should be worth at least $1,000. That's one thing I have to say about like African designers. Some of them, majority of them, be selling themselves short. They do. And I'm just like, yo, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me this is $180? But I had to get it. I don't wear it that often. I only wear it when it's like really cold outside and when I'm feeling myself. Oh yeah, I'm always feeling myself though, but yeah. I'm wearing this today because it matches. It matches my skirt. Ha ha. Alright, I'm going to take it off, y'all, because no. Don't want to burn out. I'm about to end this video though. I want you guys to comment. If you made it this far, comment and share with us, how do you spiritually recharge? How? What is your remedy? This is a heavy coat. By the way, this coat has broken at least 3 hangers. Yes, that's how heavy it is. I'm like, I snapped the fucking hanger. So I have to make sure I'm careful when I hang it up. But how do you guys spiritually recharge? For me, obviously, isolating. Isolation is really good though. Some people don't know how to isolate though. They don't know how to do it quite. And they feel like, I think isolation triggers a lot of emotions in people because it forces you to just be with yourself. It forces you to be strictly with yourself. I'm about to take these boots off because I don't wear shoes in my house. I like how I can just like fold that down like that. Create my own style, like boom, boom. Y'all like that? I love it. But yeah, it forces you to just be alone. And when I was telling you guys earlier how the girl was calling into that show and she was like wanting to get advice on how to get in tune spiritually. It's like, yo, people looking for a quick fix. That's what it is. And you can look at them and you can see like, oh, it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some work. But because you can tell that question comes from a person, and she's in a good place though, I would have to say. If you can relate, a lot of people can relate. It's a good place to be in. It's not even that you're trying to get in tune. You're just, cause see, it's one thing to get in tune, right? Or recharge. You can use those phrases to get spiritually in tune or recharge when you've already kind of tapped in to that. You already been on that journey. But for some of y'all need a whole reset. Okay? You need a whole fucking deep cleansing, brainwashing, a complete reset, y'all. It's beyond spiritual attunement or retuning, fine-tuning things, right? See, what I did these past 7 days when I took a break from social media, or at least I would say, because I didn't break from social media altogether, because I was, y'all, some of y'all follow me, y'all see, like, obviously I have a whole nother brand that I manage, you know, with Ubawa. So with that, we are hosting the Ubawa's Top 100. We're taking nominations for Ubawa's Top 100 Authors of 2021, and the voting begins tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that, I love this. It's different. Now, that light that I'm using doesn't do justice to the colors here. But it's like a jean wash. You know how they have like that jean wash look? That's the look that we're going for here. But I didn't even know, when I bought this, I didn't even know it was going to kind of somewhat match. I think it goes well with my skirt. Now, by the way, I'm an androgynous person. So y'all see how I'm sitting, right? And I never got it down pat. My mom tried to make me more of a feminine. And I feel like I'm in between. But even growing up, it didn't work. She tried to like put bows in my hair. I would always fight my mom back. She tried to like put hair bows in my hair. And yeah, some photos you'll see, obviously I have bows in my hair. But nah, they will be coming right out. Like I would wear them just to go to church. Shit coming out, okay. I didn't like bows. Purses, she would put me wear dresses. Ugh. And try to tell me, oh, sit with your legs. Sit like a girl. Like, how does a girl sit? Sit like a girl with your legs like this. Or cross. But if you're a little girl, then you just cross your ankles. That's how girls sit. I never said like that, y'all. It's funny. I be wearing fucking whole ass dresses now as an adult and be sitting like this. I don't wear earrings. Mostly because of my dad. He's like, she's not getting her ears pierced. He would not allow my mom to pierce my ears like most mothers do with their children when they're like, what, 6 months, 3 months? Like he was like, baby, no. I didn't get my ears pierced since I was like a teenager. And I went all the fuck out when I turned 18. I got the tongue, I got my belly button, I got my eyebrows and all up my earlobes. But anyway, so we're talking about ways to spiritually recharge and how it is difficult. And how you have to have already been on the journey to become attuned. Or retune yourself, like a fine tune, like a tune up, right? Or recharge. You can't recharge something if it's not already charged, right? It has to already be charged. So some people need a complete reset, and we're talking about isolation being the mechanism for which that can take place. And it can be scary through that isolation, being alone, because of course you're gonna have a lot of feelings that surface, one of which could be depression, loneliness. Of course you're gonna feel lonely because we are addicted to a lot of different things, not just social media. You're addicted to stimulation. You need to be constantly stimulated with things, people, conversations. I don't know if you guys ever taken a meditation class, right? And the command, right? Or the direction, shall I say, could just be close your eyes and and just breathe. That's it. And do you know how hard that is for many of y'all watching to simply just close your eyes and breathe? There's so much interference that comes in the way, right? But that's all part of the process, some would say, of meditation, right? Whatever comes up from your subconscious to your conscious mind through that quieting of your spirit, right? Because you're bringing your body, your mind body, to a state of homeostasis, of equilibrium, of balance. Because outside of that, you're just frantic. Busy, yo. We're driven by so many things, right? Just think about what drives you. Work, for the most of us. Shit, you gotta fucking pay the bills. You gotta get that bag. You gotta work. You gotta grind. Think of your nature of your work. How does that affect your psyche? How does that affect your heart rate? Do you notice? Do you monitor yourself? I don't know what you guys do for work, but do you monitor your body throughout the day when you're at work to see what really triggers an increased heart rate? How your breathing is impacted while you're at work, depending on what you're doing at work. Right? So to finally come to a place where you're completely isolated, quiet, all you have is you and silence. Of course, so much is like your brain continues to do what it would do on a normal day. And when you're caught up in the busyness of life, right? It's still operating on that same vibration, even when you're trying to quiet it down. And so meditation is a way of helping you to kind of train or retrain your body, your mind, yourself, your spirit. Right? And practice makes perfect. Oh, I see that it's choppy. Alright, I'm continuing anyway though. But practice makes perfect, right? So it's like the more you do it, the better you get at it. And then it becomes a way of life. Where this practice, this way of breathing, this quietness that you establish within yourself, it bleeds into every facet of your life, even when you're at work and you're interacting with people. So you're no longer pushed and pulled and manipulated and feeling like someone has puppet strings on you, telling you what to do and how to move, but you are in control. Even though you work a 9-to-5, you work for the man, the system. You still are in control of your peace. Because you need to be in control of you need peace. Fuck that. No dollar amount is worth your peace. Because if you die, they're just going to replace your ass anyway, right? It's not worth your health. But we sacrifice going so hard. So isolation is a way to recharge the spirit. Isolation paired with obviously meditation, right? And meditation is just a calming, a balancing of those energies, mind, body, and spirit. Just balance it out. That way you can receive signals from the universe. You're talking about getting in tune with nature. Yeah, you can go outside, but nature is just the all, the universe. That which we come from. that which we are, right? We are the universe. And so it's just aligning with that. It's just feeling it, tuning, getting in tune with it, touching it. You don't have to be outside. You can be inside. But in a quiet space, yes. Sometimes people listen to like meditation music too, though. Because the music has vibrations that resonate with what's within, right? So that can be helpful. But you position your subconscious mind in a place to receive those signals. And it feels so good. You're like, yes. That's what you got to get addicted to, right? Because we've been reprogrammed to be addicted to the reinforcement that we receive from social media. It's positive reinforcement, right? It's a form of shaping our behavior when we post things on social media and we get reinforced with likes and comments. It makes us want to continue to do it. That way, it develops inside of us this expectation, a template. We relearn what it means to get something, right, from source, right? We create a new source. Granted, social media is a resource, but it becomes this source of fulfillment. So that you feel empty, you go to the source, being social media, to make a post in exchange for likes, views, comments, refilling that void, that emptiness, the loneliness, the depression, the anxiety, whatever it is that is offset within your equilibrium. You're going to source, social media. It's not good. Source is yourself. Go to yourself, and be alone and recharge. Because all you need, everything that you need, all you need is within. You don't have to go outside. Anytime you got to go outside for something that is really within, that's a problem. And that's what many of us have been trained to do. To go outside ourselves, searching for fulfillment, for happiness, for peace. That's a whole fucking industry there. That's why I laugh when that girl would call in and she talking about crystals. And it's a whole industry. People have made money off people's ignorance and their pain and suffering. Selling crystals. I mean, you can create a rationale for it if you want, okay? I'm like, oh no, spiritual, it's this and that. It has value, whatever. Right? But that's what they sell to people who don't know any better. Thinking you need those things. No. You just gotta go within. Go within. Go within thyself. That's what you need. It's a lifestyle for me. This spiritual journey is just a way of being. I've always been this way. Ever since I was here. Just being alone. That's my MO. So this is nothing new for me. But I do want to show you guys. So I went to the Tafari Tribe store out in Brooklyn. And I got this nice, beautiful case. Oh my gosh, I love it. As here's my business folder that I will be carrying with me to my work with patients. I'm glad it fits though. I'm just like, this is genius. This is the same store I got my Bifal coats. I actually have two that I own from. Bifal, I think, is indigenous to Senegal, West Africa. But I didn't know that those coats were made by a woman that owns a store. Like, I didn't know that. I'm like, I just like when you get to meet the actual, like, maker of the clothes that you're wearing. It's just something refreshing. And so I've had many talks with her when I go visit that store. I just didn't know. I just did not know that she fucking made those clothes. And so I was talking with her daughter when I purchased this the other day, right? I went in there and got this. And I was talking with her and I was just like, I want to buy some more of these coats. She recognized the coat. She was like, yeah, my mom made it. I'm like, where's your mom? I haven't seen her. She's like, oh, she's in Africa. So she kind of like has redirected her focus from making clothing and things with her hands to investing in land. Like, go figure. That's what a lot of people are on nowadays. Just a smart, economical move. Invest in land in Africa. Especially while it's hot. That shit so, land in Africa so hot right now. That's just like what they call it, the gold rush. Everybody was going to California. Yo. But oh yeah, this burdock root tea is also, I have some ginger that I boiled with that. I did make a visit to Medina, one of my other stores I visit, I frequent, well, here and there, and go there here and there. You know, I had to get some sage. Oh, the sage be popping, baby. Sage with lavender. Smells so delicious. And I got just a regular sage. And I got some Palo Santo sticks. I love these. These remind me of like growing up. The wood furnace. The smell of the burning wood furnace. And yo, I got a gang of fucking incense. I got a gang of incense. I'm going to end this video though. After this. I got a gang of freaking, I'm like, yo, I might as well just go ahead and re-up. But this is like a wholesale store, so I didn't break the bank because guess what? I got 5 packs for $10. Cheap, okay? You gotta know where. You gotta know the plug, okay? So, yeah, that's another thing. Like when you're in tune with spirit, universe, it just be directing you. I just be stumbling across money. I'm like, okay, it makes me wonder, did I stumble across this? Did the universe guide me to this $20 bill just sitting on the ground? Like, I live in New York City. You mean to tell me nobody else see this fucking $20 bill, right? And I have those occurrences, like, regularly. Like, damn, money literally does be falling out of the goddamn sky. Or perhaps, did it just fall out the sky? Maybe, it's not that I stumbled across it. Maybe it just appeared. I do be thinking that. Like, maybe, I think the fucking universe just be dropping money out the sky. But anyway, so yeah, I stumble across places. The spirit guide me. I'm just like, I got the original dealer of these incense, because you know those vendors that be out in Harlem and that be along the streets in Brooklyn, like Flatbush area, 125th Street in Harlem. They be selling these for $5. But baby, no. You gotta go to the stores, and these things you should not pay no more than $2. But yeah. So the flavors I got, lick me all over. I got Frankenmyrrh. This is one. All of these smell good, but Frankenmyrrh, I've been burning that. I'm about to burn that now, and I'm actually about to cook. Yo, I have not eaten breakfast yet, and ooh. What time is it, y'all? What time is it? Alright, fuck it. What the hell time is it? Is that the time? Is it really 1:36? I'm not eating yet. Alright, lick me all over. Frank and Murr. Issey Miyake. Yo, this shit smells so... I wish... Smell-o-vision. Dolce & Gabbana. And Black Coconut. But these fragrances that are modeled after like perfumes and colognes, oh, it smells so fucking good. So I have incense for days. These packs have 100 sticks in them. And then, oh, this is a Fire for Safari Tribe. But yeah, the guy who made this skirt that I'm wearing, that I purchased yesterday, I went to his IG page and noticed that he hosted a fashion show just this past October. Like, what the fuck? But I think he said he's gonna host another one. So anyway, catch you guys later. I don't know when. I'm gonna go live again. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, don't forget to drop your comments below and let us know how you guys spiritually recharge. Love you guys. Oh, I need to do my nails. I'm glad I just saw that because I can't be starting my first day of work with chipped fingernail polish. It's just not. I can't.